What are the best horror games to play right now? Well, if you're a scaredy cat like me, the answer might well be none. I'm very happy sticking with The Sims, thank you very much. You see, wait a minute, is that Drew Carey? I thought this wasn't a horror game. I thought I was safe. Please, no! Play them with your friends, watch them being streamed, or go it alone with your brightness turned all the way up. Horror games are a staple of any gaming generation, from atmospheric PS1 games to the latest and greatest big hitters. A fantastically broad genre covering everything from panic shooters to mind-melting puzzle stories, horror allows developers to figure out what makes gamers tick. And also cry. Hi, I'm David for Frag Hero, and this is our list of the 10 best horror games you can play right now. An essential play for fans of small-town American horror, Alan Wake offers an experience that stays with you, similar to the best novels of Stephen King or the legendary Twin Peaks TV show, both in themselves heavy influences on Remedy's 2010 not-quite psychological thriller.
You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
Alan Wake Remastered brings the game to current-gen consoles and to 60 frames per second, updating character models to match the game's live-action actors and removing the somewhat controversial product placement featured in the original release. Bright Falls itself now looks incredible, just make sure you pack some spare batteries before you visit. While many entries in this juggernaut of gaming franchises could be considered amongst the best horror games, Resident Evil 4 takes the lead both for what it brought to gaming, a unique inventory, a sensible camera angle, player involvement in cutscenes, and for its ability to make a game where crows drop grenades as loot feel frightening. A remake is slated for release in 2023, but you should really try the original first to see what the fuss is all about.
This PDA has rebooted with one directive: to keep you alive.
Subnautica might not appear scary on the surface, but spend enough time alone below the waves, even the bravest thalassophile will start to feel unnerved. Aside from the obvious horror trope of unknown and angry creatures lurking in the deep, Subnautica works as a survival horror thanks to its pervading sense of loneliness on a distant planet. The seascape here is terribly hostile, terribly unfamiliar, and trying terribly hard to kill you, all while you're balancing being slowly starved to death with repairing your starship.
How many times you watched that thing? Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there.
2008's Dead Space, with its diegetic displays, rampant paranoia, and shape-shifting mutants, embodies everything beloved about good old-fashioned sci-fi horror, a genre popularized by films like Event Horizon and Alien. What makes Dead Space one of the best horror games is how it elevates this setting through its gameplay, giving players environmental clues to learn, a fantastic stomping action to overuse, and a story that's played as much as told. The game stands out best with its incredible audio mixing, where ambient sounds and a chorus of dismemberments create tension in every room of the creepy spaceship setting. A remake is also coming in 2023.
Your future, the future of our race ends here.
Dino Crisis.
Dinosaurs might rank lower for some than cosmic entities or mutated humans, but Capcom proves that raptors are just as frightening as they were in Jurassic Park in PS1 classic Dino Crisis. Bearing many similarities to early Resident Evil titles, right down to the director, Dino Crisis made its mark as one of the best horror games of the PlayStation era thanks to its panicky controls and blind corners. Mix in a mad scientist, space-time shenanigans, and a classic abandoned island setting for a true horror feast.
Dino Crisis.
Jump scares everywhere. That's the idea behind Five Nights at Freddy's, the 2014 smash hit that spawned countless Let's Play videos and finally gave us a reason to be scared of family-friendly restaurants. Deceptively simple in concept and execution, Five Nights at Freddy's sees you play as Mike, a security guard tasked with making sure the restaurant animatronics behave themselves after hours, while simultaneously avoiding a gore-filled end.
James, honey, did something happen to you?
Horror goes psychological with Silent Hill 2, widely considered one of the best horror games ever made, both now and when it was released in 2001. Influenced by legends Junji Ito, David Lynch and Alfred Hitchcock, the game is packed with enough symbolism to set the nurses spinning. Silent Hill 2 is definitely an experience that stays with you after playing, thanks largely to the vivid setting, where the town of Silent Hill is as much a character as the protagonist.
I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
Released in early access in 2020, investigative horror game Phasmophobia occupies an unusual niche thanks to its ability to be played cooperatively. Make no mistake here, the presence of other players does nothing to diminish this haunting game's horror factor, as the speech recognition system means your conversation fuels the paranormal activity.
Is anyone in this room?
Cranking it up to an interactive notch that really gets in your head. Ghosts react to what you're saying, yes, even when you're freaking out incoherently, making it a popular choice for streamers and their audience to enjoy the experience together.
Flesh. Bone. Bound together with the oddest magical incantation.
Some of the best horror lies in the incomprehensible, a concept that GameCube classic Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem understands to its core. Split across plot lines, characters and time periods, this game is a love letter to cosmic horror with its innovative sanity mechanic affecting not only the characters but environment and design elements themselves. To this day, it's still unnerving to be asked if you want to delete all of your save games. Puzzles meet Prussia in Amnesia: The Dark Descent, a survival horror game that truly understands what makes a helpless protagonist feel terrifying. Gone are the pistols and combat expertise of Capcom horror games. The player can only run or hide from the game's plethora of unknowable monsters or risk immediate death. The protagonist's sanity is at risk as he battles with amnesia, dark spaces, and the inability to turn cranks faster than a snail in the bowels of an appropriately scary Victorian-era castle. Well, that was our list of the best horror games to play right now. Do you agree or disagree? What's your favourite horror game? Be sure to let us know down in the comments, and get subscribing if you want more gaming recommendations like this. Until next time, I've been David for Frag Hero, and oh my god, is that Drew Carey? Please, when will your reign of terror end? Even the bravest philosopher. Yeah.